Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to CF Monterrey versus Columbus Crew in the second leg of the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup. A 2-1 aggregate lead for Columbus Crew. They won last week 2-1. They got it done. Monterrey trying to get the result they need at home to put themselves into the final. Columbus trying to hold them off at BBVA Bancomer Stadium. This is going to be a tough match. Should be very entertaining, though. One game to decide a final. Pachuca is waiting to find out their rival, and they will know possibly within 2 hours, possibly 3. Who knows? What I do know is we will know who Pachuca's rival is at the end of this night and what the final will be on June 2nd of 2024. CF Monterrey contra Columbus Crew en las semifinales, partido vuelta en la Liga de Campeones de la CONCACAF. 1-2 global. Columbus líder de serie. That's better. Okay, there we go. Like that was a bit dark. The screen. Starting 11s are as follows. Esteban Andrada, the back four. Victor Guzman, Sebastian Vegas, John Medina, Gerardo Arteaga, Luis Romo, Jesus Gallardo, Jorge Rodriguez, Sergio Canales, the 10, the 2 strikers, Herman Berterame, Maximiliano Mesa. Teams are walking out as we speak. Rayados with the blue and white stripes, Columbus with their yellow. Columbus Crew in goal, Patrick Schulte. The back 5, Sean Zawadski, Steven Moreira, Rudy Camacho, Evgen Shiberko, Yaya Boa. Midfield 3, Diego Rossi, Darlington Nagby, Aiden Morse, Cucho Hernandez, Marino Hinestroza up top. I got Columbus winning 2-1. I believe in Columbus. 1-0 Thorns. Let's go. Nice. How we doing? Flipping back and forth. Thorns playing Bay FC at the same time tonight. Saw that. Here we go. It's on CBS Sports Network, I think, right? How we doing, Alex? What's up, boys? Teams walked out. They're listening to the anthem of the tournament. Linehan, our draft pick, first NWSL goal. Good. Portland's been playing better since they fired the manager, which we all knew that would happen, but at least they did it early. Or moved him up to football director or whatever, but stopped him from being manager. I got Columbus winning 2-1 as well. Remember, the aggregate is 2-1 for Columbus. If they score an away goal, Columbus have at least confirmed extra time if they score an away goal. If you're Columbus, you got to score at least once. You score once, you can start feeling a bit more comfortable in this tie, especially if you score first. I'm not saying pull your feet off the gas like Pachuca did, but you did the business at home. The good news is, very likely. No, I feel like I can run through a brick wall. I don't know why I feel that for the Crew, but you know what? I want y'all to win. Esteban Andrada in goal, the back 5, Arteaga, Vegas, Romo, Guzman, Medina, Gallardo, Canales, Rodriguez, Mesa, the midfield 4, and we have Berterame up top. I mean, good for the Raiders. They need a tight end. It's not a bad move. And I hope Isaiah's okay. Personally, well, at least I'm wearing black and gold, though, which I won't be tomorrow. Game 6, Leafs versus Bruins. Well, I have to for at least 10 minutes to record the semifinal recaps of Columbus wins. But, I mean, yeah, I'd like to have a Columbus jersey. But honestly, I'd put a player on it. There's players I like on this team. Or I'll just put Tim Bez on the back. Juan Gabriel Calderon from Costa Rica is the referee. Mora Arieta, the ARs. Or I could just put Tim Bez on the back with the number 17. If you know, you know. Bill Manning, you idiot. I said it earlier for some people. I'll say it again. Tim Bez being the GM of the Columbus Crew makes me wonder what could have been if Bill Manning wasn't such a idiot. It's not, it's late enough. I don't have to be PG, but I will be, at least in this case. I know, that's why I referenced it the way I did. Benjamin Pineda, the VAR referee from Costa Rica. I miss Tim Bez, I really do. Still a fan of him. He brought us a cup. Damir brought us a Champions League. Why would I hate him? Patrick Schulte, and he's from Columbus. He just went back home. Sean Zawadski, Shaberko, Camacho, Morera, Yaboa, Nagby, Morris, Hinestroza, Hernandez, Cucho Hernandez, Diego Rossi. Point being is this could have been Toronto. They could have been wearing red, but guess what? Bill Manning's an idiot. These guys could have been wearing red. But no, Bill Manning's an idiot. This really could have been us. Maybe that's why I'm so fine with Columbus winning. Because I know damn well if Bill Manning wasn't such an idiot, this would be us. I'm just saying. Maybe that's why I don't have such a problem with Columbus, because I could sort of be like, you know what? In an alternate universe, this would have been Toronto. I'm just in the wrong universe. 2 seconds in, we're off. I'm being serious. You know what I think? Does that make sense, Connor? I think it does. I'm rooting for the alternate universe Reds. We are off. How so? Tim Bezbachenko used to be Toronto's GM. He got pushed out because he wanted to go back home, but he didn't get a good enough offer from Bill Manning to stay. The players that he got here would be in Toronto if he was still in Toronto. That's my point. At least some of them. It stands to reason if he stayed that some of these players would be on Toronto right now and they'd be in the Champions Cup semifinal right now. Stands to reason. I think that makes sense. Stands to reason. But guess what? They ran him off. And he did it for Columbus, his hometown. So I'm not saying the whole team would be Toronto players. The whole Columbus team would be Toronto players right now if Bez never left. But I guarantee you at least a good portion would be. How we doing, Alex? So maybe that's why I have no problem with Columbus winning. Because, again, it feels sort of like alternate universe Toronto. I can sort of do that and be okay with it. Ironically enough, our Trillium Cup rivals, but really, does anybody care about that after Montreal came into the league? Not really. It's not really a true rival. Cucho goes wide. It's still 0-0, 2 minutes in. I agree. I've just basically been waxing lyrically about him for the past 5 minutes. So, I guess it's also, Bill Manning, you're an idiot. Every time Columbus wins, I could be like, hey, Bez should have been the one that stayed. Bill Manning, you're an idiot. Maybe it's also that. I don't know. Playing forward is Columbus. Hinestroza. Oh, man. Oh, good run. Free kick. I do too, but we aren't so lucky. But who's to say that everything else is the same in that universe? So do you really, personally, do I want, damn it, Toronto FC winning the CCL? Or if everything else was the same in that universe, I would gladly be in that universe. But I don't know if that's the case. So, It would have been Nashville if it wasn't for Messi. True. 3 minutes. I said it during the draft stream. I mean, Jaden Daniels, that's who Washington wanted. They got him. Michael Penix going to Atlanta was a backstabbing move for Kirko. 4th minute. I cannot believe Dortmund won. I cannot believe Dortmund won. Good for them, though. They played very well. And Fulkrug with a good goal. Sancho played well. I was honestly shocked by the result. PSG still bottles, I guess. I mean, they still got to play a second leg next week in Paris, but Dortmund put down the fight. Isn't Columbus the heart of U.S. soccer? They say so. That's impossible. One thing is different than everything is different. It's called the butterfly effect. Then I guess I don't want to be in that. I guess I don't want to be in that universe then. Like, because if the people around me aren't around me in that universe, I don't care if Toronto's in the Champions Cup semifinal with Tim Bez still there and most of these players in that universe. I'd rather be in this one. So, yeah. Because I don't think I could. With the people around me, I don't think I could. I don't think I would enjoy living a life without the people around me that are around me. So, if that's the case. Rossi. So, yeah. I know that's crazy. I can't believe I'm actually choosing something else over Toronto. I think that's a penalty. Hinostroza goes down. I really... No, they're not. They're not. I can. Dortmund could have scored more goals. Yeah, they kind of bottled it, too. Unless you have Speed Force like the Flash, we'd go back and forth. But then again, it'd be your fault for messing the timelines. Yeah, good point. Kroos's pass to Vinicius against Bayern was incredible. I agree with that. That was an amazing pass. Yeah, well, I think both teams were wasteful. Dortmund could have won by more, but PSG could have easily won the game too. Cross in, Rossi. Header. Still, as it stands, Columbus goes through, by the way, with a 0-0 and a aggregate 2-1 win. KFC sounds good. I had Penn Station today. Well, I'm still going to eat the rest of it later, but I had Penn Station today. Nobody cares about PSG winning that league. They haven't cared since 2015. They haven't cared since 2015. So, there you go. No, they haven't cared since 2015. Donnarumma's so mid. What slander is this? That's a Euro-winning goalkeeper, mind you. Malocchio. Don't you dare slander a Euro-winning goalkeeper. Don't you dare. That is slander of the highest order. Don't you dare. I will give you the Malocchio. And he's going to win it again this year, okay? Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. 7th minute. I actually agree with that, but sadly, Jonathan David's leaving the league too, so I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit. 8th minute. I really couldn't. Why would I watch Ligue 1 if Jonathan David leaves the league, which he is, finally. 3 years too late, but he's still leaving the league. To my favorite league, the best European league, Serie A. And Napoli, too. But, you know, 8th minute free kick. 2-1 Columbus. It's 0-0 right now. It's a 2-1 on aggregate still. 1-2 global. Shot blocked away. Free kick got blocked. What'd you say? He's the most clinical striker in CONCACAF. You do know that, right? I don't see Santi Jimenez scoring goals right now in CONCACAF. I don't see Valerian Balogun scoring goals. Maybe Haji Rod if he keeps on doing it for another 2 windows. But Jonathan David, he scores, at least in CONCACAF games. A 0-0 gets him through. A 0-0 gets Columbus through, I should say. 1-0 Monterrey would get Monterrey through, yes. With the away goal, it'd be 2-2. They'd win on away goals. I could see it happening. I think Columbus wins, but I could see 3-1 happening. Wrong. Serie A is better than La Liga, yes. Yes. He's not what he used to be. I mean, yeah, 2021 season was his best, but... Oh, okay. Let's see. What do we got here? I need to check the weather here. Is there any warnings? That sounds way too heavy just to be a heavy storm. It is just a heavy storm. Okay. 10 minutes. 0-0, 0-0 esta noche, 1-2 global. A 1-0 win for Monterrey will put him through. Honestly, I don't care about this tournament anymore. I just want it to end already. There's only 2 more games. There's one tonight and one June 2nd. And in between that, nothing. It's not like you got knocked out in the round of 16 and there's still like 3 rounds to go. I mean, you got knocked out on the last game of the semifinals when there was only 2 games left anyway. I mean, really? It's pretty much over anyway. Real Madrid will turn La Liga into a farmer's league. It pretty much has been since Barca went bust. It's like, what's changed over the past 3 years? I mean, yeah, there's Galacticos again, but what? Really? I just love seeing Americanistas crying. Yeah. I mean, honestly, yes. I understand it. I understand it. Save, shot, goal! Oh, goal! Goal! Goal de Monterrey! Maximiliano Mesa scores and chips the keeper. It's 1-0, 1-0. 2-2 global. Goals de visitar para Monterrey. Maximiliano Mesa with the goal. 11 minutes in. If this holds, Columbus is eliminated. Ooh. Ay, ay, ay. Wait, that's an own goal. Oh, no. Sheberko. Oh, no. He pushed that one in. Oh, no. Oh, no. Meza with an assist from Sheberko off the post and in. But it was going on target, so I'm guessing it's still Meza. But Sheberko just taps it in. Let's see what they say. Oh, they're checking it on VAR. Columbus might catch a break. It is a Yevgen Sheberko own goal as of now. And it is a goal. So it is. Weirdly enough, he had an amazing first leg, but guess what? Not a good start to the second. 12. So Monterrey's leading on away goals. I'm not surprised. Damn it, Columbus. If Monterrey wins, I hope Pachuca wins the cup. Yeah, but we have to realize Monterrey has plot armor, and it just happened. Monterrey still has plot armor. I don't know if it's as tough as Leverkusen's, but they've got plot armor. I mean, they could still come back and end up winning the tie. I mean, they had a bad goal allowed against Tigres and still won in Monterrey anyway. So if they score one, if Columbus scores one, they've at least, well, they would be leading 3-2, but they would have at least extended or at least answered for extra time, because then a 2-1 win for Monterrey would put this to extra time. Here it's raining. There it's clear. I don't think so, but I am. Plays forward. Columbus needs to score a goal to confirm extra time at the very least. I don't think you could give Monterrey one that easily and hope they don't score again. So Columbus needs to score. That's the first thing they need to do. If they don't allow another goal, great. They're through outright. If they allow another one and it's only 2-1, they go to extra time. They score a second, doesn't matter what happens with a third, they're through outright anyway. So if you're Columbus, you got to find a way to score a goal. I mean, you have to. It's not just it would be nice. No, you have to. No, actually no, because, see, I had no reason to hate Club America before the 2018 CCL semifinal. And I actually was rooting for them when they were playing Montreal for obvious reasons. So I was probably the biggest Aguila fan those 2 days in 2015 because they were playing Montreal. But then 2018 comes around, they injure all of our players in that semifinal. We won the battle but lost the war thanks to Miguel Herrera and his freaking goon squad and plugs injuring all our players. His plugs injuring all our players. We won the battle. We won the tie. We didn't win the war, meaning the CCL, thanks to that jackass and his plugs injuring all our players. And it also ruined our whole season that year, too. I mean, it wasn't just the CCL final. It ruined our whole season because we're already in a hole in the league. And then we tried to get our players back too quickly. We already have a crap physio team. Yeah, that series ruined that 2018 season. It was all downhill from there. All downhill. So I blame them. We beat them. We didn't win the war, though. It was a Pyrrhic victory. We beat the biggest team in CONCACAF at the time just to lose the title. Lose the CCL title and have a horrible season. All because they injured every worthwhile player we had. And they were carrying that injury all year. So, yeah. No. If America and Montreal play against each other, who would you root for? America. You almost spun one on me. Jesus. Club America. I would still root for them in that case. Because, you see, I may hate the situation that ruined 2018 for us. Piojo isn't there anymore. Half those plugs aren't even there anymore. Half the players that basically beat the shit out of our team aren't there anymore. And Piojo isn't there either. I actually enjoy watching. Let's put it like this. I enjoy watching the current Club America play under Jardinet. I like the way they play. I'll give them props. I mean, hell, I give Montreal props when it's time to. But on this channel. But I would not have such a problem rooting for Club America the way they are now, especially against Montreal. I think I can. The hate can go away. It can simmer. Besides, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Just like 2015, except I hate you this time, but I still hate them more. I think it's simple. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, if only for one game. And if we lose to both, I'm ripping my hair out. That's not good for my. It's good for my psyche if we win. If we lose and get grouped, It's horrible for my psyche. So it's good for content. Honestly, both ways. It's not good for my psyche. This is true. I don't hate MLS. I want Columbus to win this game. What do you mean I hate MLS? I just hate Montreal. You think I want Montreal to beat a Mexican team just because they're in the MLS? Even though they're the Mexican team I hate the most, you're out of your mind. I would never root for Montreal. Never. Never. Oh. Or, well, I didn't root for Seattle in that 2022 final because I still wanted Toronto to be the first MLS team to win CCL. We were still far off, but it just sucks that Seattle was the one who did it because we always get punched in the mouth by Seattle. They always beat us to the punch. How does it feel to suck? How does it feel to suck, Seattle? How does it feel? I bet it don't feel good. Because you finally suck now. And I'm going to revel in it. You rave green bastards. I got a soft spot for Portland. You beat my team. You beat my team to the punch all the time. Screw you, you rave green bastards. Sucks to suck. 20th minute. Well, what a rant. Poor Seattle. You know how I feel about Seattle. You know how I feel about Seattle. Ever since December 2016. Ever since. And everything that's happened since. If we had just gotten our revenge in 2017 and nothing else, maybe I wouldn't as much. But they just kept punching us, beating us to the punch. And I have a soft spot for Portland anyway, so always have. But I see why you hate them. I see why you hate them. 21st minute. Plays forward Columbus. Man, Columbus got broken by that goal. They need to survive. They need a goal, but they need to survive at least a half. Really? Well, no, they do have plot armor. Damn it. Yeah, they have plot armor. Good point. This would be like Santos Laguna. It's like Monterrey versus Santos Laguna back in the day. You know, Monterrey versus Santos Laguna back in the day. People thought Santos was the one who was the best attacking team, but Monterrey still had the horseshoe up their ass. I can't believe Santos Laguna lost both those finals. Yeah, it looks like it, to be honest. That own goal broke them. They need to survive the half, to be totally honest. They could probably score more likely in the second half. They need to survive this half. They are shaky right now. Philadelphia will go to the Club World Cup. Oh, no. You know damn well that Don Garber won't let that happen. You know. He's going to be like, forget the rankings. Can we just send Miami? And they'll be like, yeah, there is Messi there. Yeah, true. And our MLS Cup champions still wouldn't be screwed over. Yeah. I guarantee you there's going to be a way they force Messi into that tournament. Whether it's them screwing over Philadelphia, which I think they would be more likely to do. Because, I mean, MLS Cup champion could still be LAFC. It could still be Miami. Well, who knows? It could still be Miami. It could still be LA Galaxy. Now I feel Toronto may get screwed over, but I would hope they just say, hey, Philadelphia and Miami. Like, Miami takes Philadelphia's spot no matter what. If they're in MLS Cup, I guess you're in Philly. But as of now, Philly are going to be screwed if Miami can't win MLS Cup. I know that's my point. But my point is Miami's going to get forced in somehow, whether Philly gets screwed or the MLS Cup champion this year gets screwed, or Miami wins it anyway. So who knows? They're not, though. They're not. They're fourth in the East. What do you mean? They were bad. They're not anymore. Well, they were horrible. But they're better than bad, at least right now. I mean, there's still 24 weeks left of the season. I mean, you could be like, yeah, they could end up bad. They're not bad right now. They're going to add a Messi on the roster spot at the tournament. Yep, exactly. We know how this is going to go. Oh, and a Cristiano Ronaldo spot on the roster. Or on the roster spot. You know they're going to do both. If Chris Armas wins the cup, I swear to God. If Chris Armas wins the cup, I swear to God. Even worse if it's against Toronto. As I said, they're fourth in the East. That matters more. 25th minute. I just jinxed Toronto, didn't I? We're going to make the MLS Cup, but we're going to lose to Colorado. Oh, my God. That one I will not live down. I will not live that down. Any thoughts on the Philadelphia Union return back to Lincoln Financial Field for a game, maybe against Miami? I mean, there's a lot of MLS teams using local NFL stadiums to play Miami because they could force more people in and get more money. So it wouldn't shock me, They were like, hey, we're going to move this to the link to play Messi. So there you go. I guarantee you it'll probably happen. I'm fine with it, though. My point is Al Nassr has a situation where they may not make the tournament either. And you know damn well they want Messi and Cristiano to play each other at that Club World Cup. You know damn well. Hi, men. The soccer in North America is very weak. I'm from Brazil. I mean, the Brasileiro is better than MLS. I mean, overall it is. I mean, even the top-level clubs. I mean, I will admit, or North America, the top-level Brazilian clubs are better. I mean, Palmeiras, Flamengo. I mean, yeah, they're better. Yeah, they're better. I'll admit it. Colorado versus Toronto is the cup final I would root for to happen if the Timbers didn't make it. I'd rather it be Timbers versus Toronto. I can either be happy for you guys or I'm happy for me. And Seattle fans cry either way. I'm good with that. I have no problem losing this to Portland. I don't. Especially if they deserve it. Especially if they just beat our ass and deserve it, which is possible. I mean, it would be, but I feel like it's what's the word? Corrupt. Football. He put it in his comment. What, you want me to be like, let me read this comment but put the word football in there? Like, it's hard to... Sometimes it's hard for me to just do that on the spot. Sometimes I just read something. I read very fast. I don't think my brain can catch up to be like, let's put the word football in there. My brain works too fast. I've read something before I even know I read it. I think they did. That's Portland versus Toronto will be lit even for neutrals. I agree. Oh, by the way, thank you, Daniel, for the $9.99 super chat. Yes. Then be smart. My brain works too fast. 29th minute. Al Nassr has no chance of qualifying for Club World Cup. There'll be some deal under the table that puts him in there, especially if they find a way to get Messi in there. They'll find a way. They'll screw somebody over. It's FIFA we're talking about here. What? 29th minute, 1-0 Monterrey, and they're still holding on. There's no chance, trust me. You have too much faith in FIFA not being corrupt when everything that we've seen for the past, your whole life and my whole life, and honestly the past 50 years, is they're corrupt. And they're still corrupt. Even when Infantino said, we're not going to be corrupt anymore. Bullshit, egghead, you are still corrupt. It's just not as obvious. But you're still corrupt. Well, impossible. They're both in the Eastern Conference. Now, if the MLS's back tournament ever happens again, because there's another pandemic, now that's possible because it wasn't conference-based. But, well, who's to say? Maybe it will happen. Didn't say I was taking the bet. '31st minute. Columbus playing forward. They need to find a goal. Ironically enough, a goal would win it or at least extend them to extra time. At least one of the two. So they're not out of it, but they need to score. Are you referencing the meme that JBO has in his freaking profile pic? 31st minute. Playing forward. Lol. And depending on what happens on Thursday and Saturday, speaking of Liga MX and Liga, Stanley Cup finals take Stanley Cup playoffs take precedence. At the least, move on to the second round. So if you're a Liga MX fan and want Liga coverage, you better hope the Leafs lose one of their next two games. It hurts me as a Leafs fan, but, well, honestly, me too, because I'd rather see Columbus play. I'd rather see Columbus play in the Club World Cup. But if they could win here, or at least get a goal, they still have a chance to win the final. Skip the gym to watch this. Let's hope it's worth it. I mean, so far it's been worth it, I would say. A 1-0 lead by Monterrey. Columbus inflicted it on themselves. But what can you do? But I will be live for Game 6 tomorrow. For the Leafs-Bruins series, I will be live for Game 6 tomorrow. And if they win Game 6, we'll have a double live on Saturday. Toronto, Dallas, and Boston. Toronto at Boston. Just like Game 6 last year when they won the first round, there will be a double live on that Saturday. We're doing both. And the live ends when the Leafs game ends. And then I review both games in one review video. Like last year. If they make a Game 7. But they have to win tomorrow for that to happen. If not, if they don't win, it's just Toronto versus Dallas live RSR. Was the goal offside? No. It was not. Because it still stood. That's the point. But Messi makes money, you know. Monterrey wins, they'll be the home side. True. Let me look at the table. CONCACAF website. Yep. Matches. Standings. Pachuca has 14 points. Monterrey playing right now would have 15 if they win. Well, that sucks. Well, that's the only game they're winning. Because anybody could beat Auckland City. Pachuca's already won a final in that stadium. But again, Monterrey has Champions Cup plot armor. AEW's on right now. Don't care about that pissant company. Columbus can't do anything in this match. All they got to do is score one goal. That at least gets them extra time, but if it stays 1-1, they win the tie. Header. Oh. They have to win the game to host the final, though. See, Columbus, even if they win the draw, even if they get the draw and win the tie, they'd still be the away team at Azteca for the final. Wait. Oh, no. Pachuca won anyway. My bad. Ah! Pachuca won anyway. Yeah, there's no way Columbus was hosting the... That was if America drew and Columbus won. And America could have advanced on a draw. Columbus would have hosted the final. Well, it was still possible, though, but didn't happen. It was close, though. I got confused. I'm not used to Club America being eliminated from Champions Cup by somebody, by another Mexican team. No, they wouldn't. Columbus has no chance to host the final. They would have hosted the final had America drawn last night and Columbus won tonight. That's what I was saying, but I realized the mistake I was making. I forgot. Aguilas got eliminated. They couldn't draw the match. That's why they got eliminated. So, yeah, there's no chance. Even if Columbus were to win the game outright, they couldn't even host the final. Pachuca will host Columbus. Monterrey, depending on the result. No, Monterrey would have to win to go through. So, no, they would host the final if it's Monterrey. If it's Pachuca, Columbus, Pachuca will host the final. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's my mistake. Oilers are winning. Are we talking about in that Portland, Maine? The other Portland? Good for Maine. I think it's talking about Portland, Maine. The other Portland. FC Cincinnati. We'll go with FC Cincinnati. I think that sounds about right. 37th minute, 1-0, 1-0. Esta noche. 2-2 global. Goals de visitar para Monterrey. Eugene, Oregon's supposed to be getting a team, though. I heard that, but isn't it supposed to be like USL League 2? Sebastian Vegas. Off the pitch. Columbus needs a goal. That's what they should be focusing on. Then you get it. Park the bus. Worst that could happen is you go to extra time. If you get a goal and you park the bus and then you get scored on. Worst happens, you go to extra time again. Drop ball. So, if I'm Columbus, find the goal. Find the goal is what I say. Playing forward. 38th minute. But right now, Monterrey will advance on away goals after 90 if this holds. This result holds. Good. Go. Cross in. Blocked away. But still gets in a good position. And, nope, it is. Morris Nagby. Cucho, Rossi. Blocked. Hinestroza. Tipped away. Still Columbus. Cucho. No foul. 39th minute. Columbus put on a good attack there. Goal kick. Columbus could keep doing that and stringing some together. They could get their goal. Damn. Don't know why. Bring on Christian Ramirez. Not yet. Not yet, no. Playing forward. Here comes Monterrey. A second goal. Oh, overpassed. That's the good news. They could still make some out of it, though. Shot saved by Schulte. No shots on target still, I think. They still got the ball forward, though. Yeah, no shots. Well, one shot on target for Monterrey. None for Columbus. Rayados almost scored. Meza bottled it. Yeah. You hate it for Monterrey if you're rooting for Monterrey. 40th minute, 5 minutes before half. 5 minutes before the half, plus stoppage time. Goes forward. Long ball, switch of play. And I guess he was trying to chip the keeper from far. Okay. Could have made a run. Legitimately could have made a run. Legitimately could have made a run, but okay. Canales, cross. This is a replay. Good save. This Columbus team should have been eliminated by Tigres, but they weren't. So, now I think they deserve to win that tie. They basically were handicapped their two best players, one for each leg, and still got through. That shows a tough team. Kind of a heartbreaker if Columbus goes out the way they're about to go out. If the next half goes the same way and they don't get a goal, it's kind of a heartbreaker because the way they played against Tigres, while basically handicapping themselves from their two best players or two of their best players, they handicap themselves, don't have Cucho in the first leg due to a disciplinary issue. Second leg, Morris gets a red card, can't play. Cucho's back, though. It's a warrior mindset. They ended up going to Mexico and doing what they had to do and winning on penalties to go through. It's kind of a heartache to go out the way they're about to go out. If this score does so hold this way, and then they get knocked out. 4-2 minutes. 1-0, 1-0 esta noche. Sub here for Monterrey. Hector Moreno is on for Sebastian Vegas. Still is. The own goal wasn't his fault. I don't know why we're going against Hayden Morris. Own goal wasn't his fault. He still played a pretty good game. Both teams are lacking. I agree. Honestly, Columbus Crew is better than Tigres. Columbus got a better manager. Like Robert Siboldi's a joke compared to Williford Nancy. And let's be honest, Tano Ortiz is a joke compared to Williford Nancy too, especially in knockout games. Let's not forget how much of a pecho frio. Let's not forget how much of a pecho frio Tano Ortiz is, and his teams are. This game ain't over yet. All Columbus has to do is score a goal. It is in Monterrey. They're still Pecho Frios. Tano Ortiz is still a Pecho Frio. Take that how you wanna. No team but Herediano has truly been able to truly win a leg as an away side. Oh, and they were playing a Surinamese team. I mean, does that really count? Fair. Monterrey's a better team on paper. Their coach is still a joke. Wolff or Nancy tactically is still better. And again, this game would be 0-0 if Chaberco just stopped up on the line. The ball would have bounced the other way. He sold. The ball was bouncing off the bar, and it would have not even crossed the line had he not ran onto it. So is that really Monterrey being Monterrey, or is that a Columbus empty-headed mistake? Oh, Toluca. Oh. Well, they also won away to Robin Hood as well, but then they played a real Mexican team. Yeah. Well, they won Toluca away and Robin Hood away. True, my bad. I just thought of the Robin Hood tie first, because that was the more obvious one. But they got there somehow. 45th minute. They got there somehow. 45 plus 4. We got 4 minutes of stoppage time. Monterrey's the Brock Lesnar CONCACAF Champions Cup. No, it's more like plot armor-wise, Roman Reigns. Not very dominant, but they find ways. Header. They find ways. Saved. It'll be a goal kick, no penalty. Monterrey's the Roman Reigns of the Champions Cup. All the plot armor. It's all that damn plot armor, you know? Damn, he got kicked. Oh, in the back of the head. Unity! Club America. No. Meza's foot gave bro a haircut. Well, I mean, studs could do that, in theory. "47th minute. In theory, it could. I wouldn't totally want that to happen. You ain't wrong. How long do you think it will take for MLS to fully close the gap against Liga MX? 15 years. If it doesn't happen within 15 years, we have a problem. I'll give it 15. It'll probably happen before, but I'll give it 15. We won't jump the gun again. Even if Columbus comes back and ties this game and wins the tie and then wins the final. Well, I guess technically they were. But they didn't beat Roman. They beat frickin' Solo Sikoa or something like that. They beat Braun Breaker. What? No, they're not, because they beat Braun Breaker. I mean, Cody didn't beat Braun Breaker to win the title. Beat Roman. Aiden Morris is still better. 48th minute. Columbus, you better not prove me wrong if you get through this tie. Cross in. 48th minute. Cleared. Well, we're going to find out if Columbus ties this game and wins the round, wins the aggregate, we're going to find out on June 2nd who's better. We going to find out. We going to find out. Terrible corner, I agree. Can't even hit the first man. We gonna find out. Oh, he's Chivas, my bad. Who was that? He's Chivas. I was thinking of somebody else. Eric Sanchez. Yep. What is with me getting shit mixed up today? Dear Lord. I'm having a blinder tonight. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And it's a goal for Columbus. They have their goal. Aiden Morris, the American Rodri, makes it 1-1. Goal! Columbus Crew! Uno! Dos a tres global! Stick that! Stick that up where the sun don't shine instead of your damn horseshoe. Andrada drops the ball. Well, he rolls it into the path of a Columbus Crew player. Morris chips the damn thing, says, I'm doing it myself. Open net, slots it home. Can't let that happen. 2. Aiden Morse. At halftime, a 1-1 draw. Y'all were talking shit. And he scores. Ha ha ha. I don't think that was smart. Halftime, it is 1-1 at the half. 2-3 on aggregate. Columbus has the lead back, and they've at least confirmed extra time. Wrong. I think he's good. I think he's very good. Very, very good. He should be going to Europe soon, just before halftime. I told you about that Pecho Frio. As of now, Columbus have confirmed extra time if they get scored on again. If not, they win the tie. If they score again, they win. Columbus can be a bit more comfortable going on to the half and play their game. He's a horrible manager. That's why. He's a pecho frio. He can't win a semifinal to save his life. Pecho frio. Bro, Andrada sold. He did. But Tano's a horrible manager. And Columbus basically gave them an own goal. It's all fair now. If it wasn't aggregate, it's basically even game. Brand new game. Columbus got handed one. Monterrey got handed one. Sadly enough, there's aggregate. Guess what that handed Columbus? The lead. Exactly. It's all Ohio. It always was Ohio. It's all Ohio. Always was Ohio. Always was. Is that meme even popular anymore? I don't know. He's not a good manager. He's like Berhalter with a good roster. Yeah, that's actually perfect. I love it. I don't know if I'd be doing that. I know you're hosting the final, but guess what? It's a one-legged final. The ball is round, and Columbus is a pretty good team. And you ain't Monterrey. You're a lot more even than you think. I wouldn't be jumping for joy right now. And I wouldn't be jumping for joy for Monterrey either. So, just because you're hosting the final don't mean nothing. What? Remind me, who went to the World Cup? Who topped the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying octo in 2021? Or in 2021-22? Oh, yeah, John Herdman. Who made a team have an argument for Kings of CONCACAF that probably should have never had one? at that point. Oh, yeah, John Herdman. Who almost beat Belgium? John Herdman. Who beat Blue Lock before the World Cup? John Herdman. Could Tano Ortiz do any of that? No. Me too. Even trade on own goals, pretty much. Columbus getting lucky against CF Monterrey has to be witchcraft. I'm just glad the freaking plot armor's not Monterrey's anymore. It's good to see them get a taste of their own medicine. The plot armor goes against them for once. I would have never thought. Exactly. I saw it was 2-2 between Real and Bayern. It was 1-0 Dortmund over PSG. I saw both games, pretty much. That's a bad. Ooh, boy, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That goal was funny. I agree. Tano Berhalter Ortiz. Columbus ain't winning this tournament. Mark my words. They're 45 minutes away from the final, like I said they would be all year long. I'm a lot closer to being right than you. Who'd you have before the tournament? Who'd you have winning it before the tournament? I'm a lot closer than you. I'm only 90 minutes plus 45, depending on the situation. That would be 110, 135 minutes away from being right. I'm closer than you. And if this holds, I'll only be 90 away. Fair enough. Ha! I love that. Love it. Cristiano Ronaldo to Columbus. Well, who wouldn't get destroyed by the Croats? The Croats are the Croats. They can destroy anybody. Now, got caught pointing a laser at the El Clasico Regio and got suspended 12 games for it. That's too much. Like, I mean, I get you shouldn't point a laser at footballers, but 12 games for a laser. Dude, that's a bit too much. I know he's injured for half of it, but still, it's a bit too much. Clap, clap, clap. How we doing, Hans? With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. 1-1 at the half. 1-1 esta noche. 2-3 global. 2-2 on aggregate. Columbus have, or 2-3 on aggregate. Columbus has the lead once again, thanks to that late first half goal by Aiden Morris after the Andrada mistake. And Morris just takes it himself and slots it home. He still had to finish that, though. I mean, that's not an easy finish. He had a nutmeg a dude. It's not like it was handed to him. He still had to make the run and nutmeg a dude. It's not that easy of a finish. If it is, well, fair enough. Is there a away goal? I've always hated the away goals rule. There is an away goal rule, which is why Columbus could win outright or go to extra time if Monterrey scores one more because it'll be tied on away goals. Now, if Columbus scores, they've won. Good. Sit tight, I'll be back. Agreed. Well, I mean, we're going to have one Mexican team, one MLS team in the final as it stands. I mean, we thought it changed in 2022. It didn't. Hell, we thought it changed in 2023. It didn't. Champions Cup hadn't been great for MLS teams, but Columbus at least made the semifinals or 45 minutes away from a final. So it's not that bad. Stats are as follows at the half. 47% possession to 53%. 7 shots to 3. 1 shot on goal to 1. We got 169 accurate passes, 83% to 203, 88%. We got 7 fouls to 4. 1 corner to 2. 7 shots to 3. 1 shot on goal to 1. 203 passes to 232 passes, 83% pass accuracy to 88. We got 7 throws to 9. 1 offside to 1. 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 1-1 score. 1-1 on the night, 2-3 on aggregate. 1-1 esta noche, 2-3 global. Columbus, líder de serie. Columbus leads the series with 45 minutes to go. They got a late goal in the 45th minute off Aiden Morris's score conversion of the Andrada mistake after the ball rolled straight to him. He made the run. Nutmeg the defender, got it into the net. It wasn't that easy of a finish, let's be honest. Bad mistake by Andrada, but it was clearable. It was clearable. It was defendable. Still nutmeg the defender and popped it into the net. But then again, Columbus basically gave them an own goal. So basically, I'd say the game's been pretty even. Monterrey did not score after their goal. The own goal for them. Columbus scored late. I think it's a deserved draw. Monterrey could have scored a couple of goals. I think Columbus could have scored another goal. They attacked a couple of times, especially late on in the half. And they started to look a bit better as the half went on. They overcame the shock of the own goal. And they've started to get back into the match. I wouldn't say control it yet, but they could if they keep building on their momentum. The momentum has kept, since the own goal, the momentum has just slowly swung back to Columbus as it stands. And now they've at least, I think most likely, at least have confirmed extra time. Because if it's 2-1 Monterrey, we at least have extra time. If it's 3-1, no. If it's 2-2, Columbus goes through. If it's 3-2, guess what? Columbus still goes through anyway. 2 away goals to 1. Even if Monterrey wins on the night, they still go through. So, Columbus are in a better position now than they were 10 minutes ago or right before the end of the half. They're in a better position now. So, we'll see what happens in the second half. Yeah, he's the assistant with them now. Bill Tuiloma Miles and David Bingham. Yep. No, one's enough. One's enough. As of now, 1 is enough. Now, if they get scored on again, yeah, they need 1 more goal. Or just go to penalties again. But, you know, they don't exactly need 1 more goal. Would it be nice? Yes. Does it basically confirm you're through? Yes. I don't see Monterrey scoring 3 in 1 half. I don't. I could see them scoring 1. Hell, I could see them scoring 2. So, yeah, it would be nice for Columbus to get 1 more goal. But they've been defending well anyway, when they've actually been able to defend. Of course, Cheberko's own goal is a mistake, but, I mean, his momentum was running him into the ball, and he popped it in. It's not great, but I'd say the Andrada mistake is worse. Both teams basically handed a goal to the other team. Sadly enough for Columbus, that could win them the tie. Sir, this is CONCACAF. Good point, but I think Columbus is playing good enough. That's the problem. Now, of course, I guess, yeah, you have a point that it doesn't matter how good you're playing. It could go on the top of it. It could go topsy-turvy like that. You have a point. I'll give you that. I will grant you that it could go on topsy-turvy instantly, point being. But the way the match is going, I think Monterrey doesn't score 3 in 1 half. If Columbus scores, oh, well, there you go. Well, Messi is in CONCACAF, so he's a big Cristiano stan. That's why he does that. He hates Messi and he's a Cristiano stan. And well, Messi's in CONCACAF, so but my point. But again, I still don't think Monterrey scores 3 goals in one half. Even if Columbus scores another, I don't. I could see Monterrey scoring 2, which would be enough. 1 would send it to extra time. I think Columbus could get 1, but we'll see how this plays out. Second half's right about to start. Columbus 45 minutes plus away from a final. As it stands, they are in the final as we speak. They have to hold it, though, or get another goal. Another goal would put them in the final for sure. There's like a 3% chance that it wouldn't, but that's a low chance. And we're off in the second half. Columbus kicks off. Let's see if they can hold. Does Arsenal take the EPL? I say yes, I'm a Liverpool fan, but it's over for them. I like Man City as well, but I think it's the Gunners' year. I think Arsenal takes it. I think Man City's going to drop points once. That's all you need. Depending on the results for Arsenal, all Arsenal needs is Man City to drop points once. I think it'll happen. I really do. I think it'll happen. Man City will drop points. Once, at least. It's been okay. I haven't seen anything bad about the officiating yet. I haven't really seen bad officiating yet. I could live with it. Monterrey playing forward. By the way, I'll wait. See if it pops on once Europa League predictions. When City play Saturday, 46 minute. Let's see, what matches do they got? They have Wolves. I think they beat Wolves. Fulham, I could see that being a drop point. Monterrey playing forward. I know, but if they drop points, that would end it. Even with a game in hand, they drop points once, and Arsenal wins out. That's that. Tottenham, that could be a drop point. West Ham. I think if it's either Tottenham or Fulham. If I had to rank the games where City would drop a point, I would say Tottenham's the most likely, then the Fulham match, then West Ham, then Wolves. I think Wolves is the least likely match for them to drop a point or lose. I think they could drop a point to Tottenham. It's in Tottenham. Pep doesn't play well there. I don't think Postecoglou gives a shit about that. Postecoglou's going to have his boys play the best they can. He's not going to listen to that. Like I don't think he would. I think he's going to have them competing anyway. If the fans are pissed at him for it, so be it. But I don't see a world where Ange Postecoglou's like, you know what? Yeah, we won't compete today, just so our rivals don't win the title. That's not how Ange Postecoglou rolls. Even if he understands the club, that's not how he rolls. So, if I'm being totally honest. Playing forward, Columbus. '48th minute. Or Edson Alvarez could have a masterclass and stop Man City from winning the title on the final day. You know what? No, I want that. Playing forward, y'all Yeboah. Hell, behind him I. Shaberko. Fox Sports, how are you like 30 seconds behind? Diego Rossi. Rossi plays forward. Shot, goal. Columbus are going to the final. Goal, goal, goal de Columbus. 2-1, 1-2, 2-4. Columbus avanzar a la Concachampions de la CONCACAF Grand Final. Columbus Crew, Go! What a shot! Diego Rossi, Alexandru Matan slips him through, and Rossi with a beautiful shot. Andrada with nothing to do, and Rossi seals it. Very likely so. Columbus are going to the final. They ain't scoring 3. I don't care. Monterrey ain't scoring 3. I hate to tell you. Columbus are going to park that damn bus. Even then, I still don't see that Pecho Frio team scoring 3. It was basically score, you're through for Columbus, and they did. That's my point. It is. If you're Monterrey, you got to score in the next 7 minutes. By the 60th minute to even have a chance. Then score again by 75. And then hope to God you score in stoppage time. If that doesn't happen, if they don't score by the 60th minute, I think they have no chance. I'll give them 10 minutes to score a second goal and tie the game back up. I'll give them 10 minutes. Once that doesn't happen, so there you go. It was. Monterrey's coming back. Congratulations to you, crew fam in here. Diego Rossi is clutch. He sure is. They're not, though. But again, I'll give him 10 minutes to tie the game up. I'll give him 10 minutes. Then I may agree with you. Smash the like button, folks. Hulk smash. Bayern L, the team of the year. Bayer Leverkusen, team of the year. Of course they are. Matan just stood up, took a defender, one-on-one, nutmegged him, got the assist. Yeah, Matan with a great pass. Just slipped Rossi through. An amazing pass, amazing play. Alexandru Matan is underrated as all hell, I swear. It's over for Monterrey. Yeah, if Tano Ortiz wasn't their manager, I would say it's possible. If it was Turco Mohamed, I'd actually believe in Monterrey. I really would. If it was still Turco Mohamed, I would believe in them. Turco has passion. Tano doesn't. Tano is legitimately a Pecho Frio. I would believe in Monterrey if Turco Mohamed was still the coach. Hell, I'd believe in them if Aguirre was still the coach. I do not believe in them. I do not believe in them with Tano Ortiz. I don't. Exactly. There we go. Where's Turco? I don't know, actually. He ain't doing anything. Wolff pronounced he's a certified genius. I agree, and I'm glad he's not in Montreal so I can admit it and not feel so bad about it. No. I don't want the USMNT to be good. Don't do this to me. Now, Canada, on the other hand, I'm fine with it. Brandon Vasquez and Jordi Cortizo coming on for Monterrey. They're going to bring on Brandon Vasquez. Can he vanquish his former rivals? Is Brandon Vasquez going to be the hero? Yeah, but I don't want the USMNT to be good. That's why I don't want Nancy to go there. I know he would do a better job. I don't want them to be good. But El Vasco would still win the Champions Cup, though. He always found a way. He always found a way. Hell, Diego Alonso is better than Turco at this point. I didn't say they would. I just said I didn't want U.S. soccer to be good. The USMNT to be good. Brandon will score against his old rivals, but will he score 3? Or 2 even, and somebody else scores one of the 3? Maybe he gets an assist. I don't know. But Brandon Vasquez, here's the story. You got to be a hero. You got to make Cincinnati fans happy by vanquishing your old rival and Monterrey fans happy to put them into this damn game or win this damn game. Brandon Vasquez coming on. Does he score a hat trick or does he get a brace and somebody else gets one of the 3? I don't know. We'll find out. Luis Romo, Brandon Vasquez, but they're making it interesting. Well, now he would have to score before the 60th minute to make it interesting, but, you know. Fair enough. I'll take it. Or Jesse Marsh. I would take Jesse Marsh for Canada and Nancy at the USMNT. I would take it. Or BJ Callahan. Yeah, that was a weird decision, but it might be what saves Columbus. Or maybe they knew exactly how he'd feel about being benched against Columbus, and he'd make a point against Columbus because maybe deep down he still sees him as a rival. Maybe it was mind games. Maybe it was mind games. I could see that working. I'm not saying I'd go that way, but it's called insurgent warfare and football tactics. And if it ain't gonna be a freaking survey class taught by me, it'll be a damn TED Talk by me. Either way, it's gonna happen. He was. I thought he got sacked. I think they'll be good again. I think Emma Hayes is a very good coach. They got a perfect coach for them. First goal was a Monterrey disaster class. Second goal was a crew master class. I guess that means Monterrey must have a master class coming up soon because, well, bookends, right? But it still doesn't matter. Columbus would win the tie. They'd still be 2 away. I think that would be an actual interesting TED Talk, though. The similarities of guerrilla warfare, insurgent warfare, and football tactics, especially focused on MLS teams and CONCACAF teams. I think that would be an amazing TED Talk. Only me, right? Only me. Well, only Pirates. Let's put it like that, because Mike Leach did it with gridiron football, but only me would be like, you know what? I am the king of the Pirates now. Let me honor Mike Leach, but I'll do it my way because I'm more of an association football guy. Let me do it my way. But wouldn't you know it, I'm a history buff too. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? And I'm Rain Man when it comes to tactics, so wouldn't you know it? Did you not watch the Women's World Cup? I like association football better. It depends. I mean, I still think I like association football better than gridiron overall. But if we're talking college football, it's a lot closer. The NFL's crap now, honestly. Ever since Tom Brady retired, or I'd say the last 2 seasons, like his goodbye season and his retired season, it's not been as good. Oh, you could say since he went to the Bucs, it hasn't been as good. But I think college football is closer. I like college football way more. I was born in the SEC, and I'm a Mississippi State fan, of course. But, you know, it's just I was born to love college football. That's life. I was born in the right place, you know. But I still don't love it more in association football. But, you know, sometimes I'll get precedents like that. One time I did the State-Alabama game over Toronto versus Cincinnati. And somehow Toronto played their best game in 2023. And State got curb stomped by Alabama. I made a bad decision that day. I mean, I still reviewed the Toronto-Cincinnati game the next day. I didn't watch it live, though. Cleared away. How you start liking it? Watch Late Kick with Josh Pate. It'll come naturally. Just start watching the podcast Late Kick with Josh Pate. You'll start liking college football. And pick a SEC team. Nobody else is worth rooting for. Michigan's not worth rooting for. Ohio State's not worth rooting for. USC isn't worth rooting for. I don't care if you're close to them. They're not worth rooting for. Pick a SEC team. And watch Josh Pate, Late Kick with Josh Pate. It'll get there. Mississippi State. The Mississippi State Bulldogs. The soon-to-be 10-2 Mississippi State Bulldogs under Jeff Levy. The soon-to-be 12 seed in the playoff Mississippi State Bulldogs. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Imagine Columbus score a third. Well, the game's definitely over then. You think it's already over now, but it's definitely going to be over then. Mississippi State will be in the college football playoff this year, 2024-25. Put your money on it. People think we're only going to win 8 games? 6 games? Yeah, we're going bowling, don't worry, but we're going to the playoff. 10 games is enough for a 12 seed. Just ask Ole Miss because they were 12th with 10 wins. Yeah, I'm sure about that. Yeah. It's 1-2 Columbus, 2-4 on aggregate. Columbus is going through as it stands, and Monterrey has to score 3 in 30 minutes. I don't think it's happening, especially with Tano. You should know. You're a Club America fan. You know who Tano. You know what Tano is. You know what Tano is. You know exactly how this is going. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm not surprised. I had Columbus winning the whole damn tournament after day 1. I told you. I'm Rain Man. I told you. I told you. I said Columbus would win this whole damn tournament day 1, like right before the start of it. I said Columbus would be in the final. I say they won this. I said they would win this tournament. I didn't go for Miami because they had a horrible preseason at the time. Gladly I took at least a little bit from that. But I told y'all about Columbus. I told you don't sleep on them. I told you they could go all the way. Some of y'all didn't believe me. I knew what I saw. They're beating Monterrey in Mexico. I knew. No, I still think it was. Can't wait for the Egg Bowl. And laughing in your face when Mississippi State curb stomps the Rebels at Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Here comes Monterrey, shot side netting. Then Pachuca goes to the Club World Cup, and we see who hosts for MLS. Probably are. "62nd minute goal kick. But I will say it is still more worth more rooting for Ole Miss than USC or Clemson or Ohio State. So you know what? At least it ain't Alabama. At least it ain't Alabama. Hold on. I wonder how the Governor's Cup is doing. Hold on. Playing forward. Player down hurt, 62nd minute. Oh, this will work. Six to 1 Mississippi State. Governor's Cup. 6-1 Mississippi State. No, actually it was 5-1. Who cares? They still won. The Governor's Cup comes home to Starkville. Goes from Pearl, Mississippi to Starkville. What'd you say? Ha, 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 ha. Three. I just don't like the Crimson Tide. That's all. I'm jealous. I think everybody is. Hail State. Go Dogs. Cucho, what a run. He's a damn good player. 64th minute. 5-1 Mississippi State in the Governor's Cup. I could have told you as much. Thought you could win a series. The cup comes home. '65th minute. 2-2 Oilers and Kings. Yeah, I think Columbus is going to shut this one down, boys. Monterrey is walking on a tightrope here. They need a goal now. I mean, it is CONCACAF. You could still score 3 goals in 5 minutes, but, you know, it's very rare. Am I jinxing them? I don't know. We'll see. Am I jinxing them? I don't know. We'll see. Bing, 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 bing. Playing forward is Monterrey. I'm kind of surprised San Jose Sharks didn't make the next round. You do realize they were the worst team in MLS this year, or NHL this year. You do realize that. They'll win the draft lottery. Well, who knows? Maybe they won't win the draft lottery, but they may. They have the highest. I think they have the highest ranking to win the draft lottery. That doesn't mean they'll win it, but they can. They can. I mean, they will, but they can. 66th minute. '66th minute. Sharks going to be tanking for a while. I mean, yeah, they got rid of Tomas Hertl. They don't have Burns anymore. Carlson. Yeah, they'll be tanking for a while. If the Habs win the draft lottery, I'll laugh. You know, honestly, sure. Sure. No way we see 3 goals in 24 minutes, right? He's a Montreal Canadiens fan. Header. 67th minute. That's not a penalty. He put himself in the way. '67th minute. Goal for Jamaica U20. Good for them. '68th minute. Complete chaos on the goal line. Save. Punched. Header. Cleared. Crew win. Cup was like 480. I put 100. Honestly, Columbus Crew getting revenge from the 2021 tie. It's funny. I thought they would win in 2021. Caleb Porter's a joke. That's why they didn't. Aguirre coming on for Monterrey. That Caleb Porter's a joke. That's why they didn't. Ask New England fans and Portland fans. Caleb Porter is a joke. Can win an MLS Cup. He ain't winning you nothing else. I don't even know if the Revs are going to stick with him for another year. Turns out I think the Revs might be the first team to not have the Caleb Porter treatment. By that I mean they won't win MLS Cup next year after a somewhat horrible season. That he may not even last till next year for the Revs. I wouldn't blame them for firing him. 69th minute. Way better team than 2021. Also, Porter sucks. I agree. Caleb Porter is honestly probably the most mid coach I've ever seen in my life. And it's because he has 2 cups. I'd say he sucks completely, but he at least somehow has 2 cups. Yeah, he's full of excuses. He's full of excuses to be like, we're the better team. You know, we just didn't score. It just didn't go our way. Man, I couldn't imagine having Caleb Porter as my manager. Just listening to his press conferences will want to make me pull my hair out. Porter's tactics are outdated. Tomorrow will you be adrenaline in my soul. We're going to, as I said, if the Leafs win Game 7, they have to win 6. I'm not singing Kingdom after Game 6. Game 7, they have to finish the story. Come back from 3-1 and this time win Game 7 against the Bruins to slay the Dragon. Then, and only then, since they would have finished the story on Saturday, I will sing Kingdom. I will, because they would have finished the story. I'm being legit. Hell, I might do a little bit of a skit in my freaking review using both TFC me and Leafs me and put it in there as well. Oh, I knew it was too. This is how it always happens against the Bruins. Shot, save. This is always what happens with the Bruins. They go down 3-1, they make it to 7 and blow it. It's what happened in 2013. It's what happened in 2018. 2019 was a little bit different, but they still couldn't win it in 7. They actually led the series at one point. They could have closed out on home ice. They blew it. But, yeah, it was sad. But, of course, the Leafs are going to have to finish the story by coming back down from 3-1 and actually winning Game 7, unlike 2013 and 2018. That's how you slay the Dragon. It was never going to be easy. Should have known that from minute 1. Playing forward is Columbus. Rossi save Andrada. Depends on who they have. I'd say no. Early on, not knowing the group, no. Let me see what their group is. And then they're not good right now anyway. It's not like I don't even think I'd make that argument. Now, next summer, maybe, but I'd still think they'd be rebuilding. I think 2022 is their better shot. I would say the 2023 for 2022 Club World Cup was their better shot. Saved by Schulte to do something, and they didn't. They should have beat Al Ali. I hate to admit it. Auckland City better than Seattle Flounders. No, that's not. No. Let's be realistic here. I hate Seattle too, but let's be realistic here. They should have beat Al Ali and they're better than Auckland City. Let's be realistic here. 72nd minute. I know it hurts me to be realistic, but I'll be realistic. Playing forward, 73rd minute. I mean, historically, yes. Not right now, though. Like, not in the moment, but historically. I said that the whole way through. I said this 2 weeks ago they were going to choke. Hell, I said at the start of the tournament, I said they were going to choke to Columbus. This is not surprising. I've seen this coming for 3 months. I've certainly seen it coming for 2 weeks. Jones coming on for Aiden Morris. He wasn't great in the game against Tigres in the first leg when the red card happened. Okay. Wolff or Nancy might be overthinking this. I agree. 3-2 Thorns. Monterrey has to score 3 more goals. Putting on Derek Jones, might just let it happen. Not enough time, but it's possible. And Maltia Moonson coming on, the former NYCFC man coming on at the 73rd minute as well for Yevgen Shaberko. Sophia Smith scores for the Thorns. Good. 74th minute. Guillermo Almada's boys versus the Crew going to be a bit close. Should be an interesting match, though. I can't wait to see it, especially a one-legged tie. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Playing forward, 74th minute. Almada versus Wilfred Nancy. That's going to be a good tactical match. I think it will be. — 74th minute. Plays forward. Columbus. They score one more goal. This is certainly over. Jones plays in off the foot. Rossi almost had a chance there. Monterrey's only attacking plan is throw one in the box and cross it in. No, it's only a one-legged final. Pachuca hosts on June 2nd. That's it. 75th minute. It is not a two-legged final. So hit and hope, cross and hope. Yep, okay. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, they did. I think that's a good thing. I don't know if you're saying it is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. 75th minute. Yeah, it's not good. 76th minute. Cucho plays for. Oh, saucy pass. Oh, man. Yaboa tries to get in there, too, because they have more points. They're the better team throughout the tournament. They have more points. And no worries, the preliminary round didn't matter because neither of these teams were in the preliminary round. So it was only 6 games that decides it, and Pachuca had a better 6-game stretch. 77th minute. They had a better run, yeah. Because even during the 6 games, preliminary round doesn't count anyway, but it would have sucked if a preliminary round team made the final and had a pretty good preliminary round, but none of those results mattered. And they didn't host because of that. But I get it. If you make it to the round of 16, that's where the even playing field starts. In the first round, it's just a preliminary round, so guessing the final will be postponed because Mexican presidential elections on June 2nd. Oh, yeah, I heard that was possible. Maybe it gets moved earlier. Who knows? It is on a weekend date. We'll see what happens. Maybe it gets moved earlier. I would agree with you. And I really don't care if he has a lack of English. Football's a universal language. I think it's more likely it gets played earlier. I think football is a universal language. I don't think you have to know. I mean, of course, if you're multilingual, great. But I don't think you have to know multiple languages to be able to coach a football team, a football a group, a squad. You don't have to. I think it's a very universal language. But maybe they will put a neutral stadium if that's the case. If they want to keep it on June 2nd, who knows? 78th minute. Possible. That's also a possibility, I think I heard. But a possible neutral site is a possibility if they want to keep it on the 2nd. But I still think it'd be more likely they push it earlier instead of June 2nd final. Playing forward, 78th minute, save. I mean, I think so, but I think I think you'll have people going there enough to get the money out of it, to be honest. Now, the question is it going to be soccer specific? football-specific stadiums or NFL stadiums. Exactly. Marcelo Bielsa is my answer. Right, exactly. There we go. Yeah, just look at Marcelo Bielsa. '79th minute. Ten minutes to go. Monterrey's not scoring 3 in 10, right? Or 3-10 plus. They're not scoring 3 in 15 minutes. Header goes down. Shot, cross, save, Schulte. Not a good enough angle on the header, but there you go. When the coach only speaks Spanish, do the English-speaking players sit there during the locker room speeches just clueless? I don't think so, because at least in America, I think the English-speaking players know enough Spanish to get by. Just like I know enough Spanish to get by. And I can guarantee you, my Spanish is better than Bruce Arena's. Okay? So, Phil's Spanish is actually pretty decent. Also, playing earlier could be a problem if Pachuca makes the Liga MX final, since the Liga MX final would be 1 week earlier on May 26th. Fair. But Phil was an assistant for Valencia. Probably learned it there. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. He learned it in Valencia. But now, England players, they may not know enough Spanish to get by. But I do know players in the USA and CONCACAF, very likely what you would call American players, know enough Spanish to get by. I don't think they'd be sitting there like, what the hell is this guy saying? Now, English players, that's a different story. I could see it definitely in England that they don't know enough to get by, but if they're playing football, I mean, their career must have taken them to Spain a couple of times. So it's still possible, but I wouldn't say everybody. But I think if you live in CONCACAF, as I can attest, if you live in CONCACAF, I think you have to know Spanish to navigate the world of CONCACAF. You have to. That's just my opinion. I think that's just the way it is here. But I want to be multilingual. Not just bilingual, multilingual. So, but if you know Spanish, you know Italian. It's easy to learn Italian if you learn Spanish. 83rd minute. So, honestly, French is harder, and I know a good bit of Japanese. So, my point is I mean, both Spanish and Italian are Latin languages that are very similar. So, you know one, you can figure out the other. 83rd minute. I guess Portuguese is also a similar situation, but Spanish is actually a tough language. No, what I'm saying is if you know Spanish, you can easily basically learn Italian. They're both Latin languages, and Italian's not far off. You want amor? You want an example? Amor, Spanish. Amore, Italian. Te amo, Spanish. Ti amo, Italian. You want... See? Shot past the post. Grazie. Grazie. Gracias. Grazie. Aspria speaks English pretty good. Jason Russell-Rowe coming on for Cucho for the last 5+ minutes. 6+. But, again. I would say Harry Maguire, probably not. Harry Kane, probably not either. German, though, yeah, for sure. Because he's playing in Germany. That's probably got to be hard to learn, though. Evander supposedly speaks like 5 languages. Doesn't surprise me. About 50 days left for Copa America. Are you planning to do a 23 squad prediction? By the way, nice friendlies for Canada before the Copa America. 23-man squad prediction? No. Am I going to do like I did for the World Cup and give my thoughts on each CONCACAF squad going into Copa? Yes. So there may be a couple of videos out of that, depending on when the squads come out. But if you remember before the World Cup, I did squad reactions for the CONCACAF teams. There was a couple of videos. I think there was 3. But I did Canada. I did USA, Mexico. I think those were together. And Costa Rica. I think that Costa Rica had its own video. Canada had its own video. Mexico, USA had the same video, I think, if I remember correctly. But I think there was 3. So I think I will do squad reactions for every CONCACAF team. And they might be put together depending on how the squads come out, like the World Cup was, but and depending on how those do, maybe I'll do the CONMEBOL squads as well. 86 minute, because it's also a very similar Latin language as well. Similar. Monterrey versus Tigres, Chivas Toluca prediction. I got Monterrey over Tigres. Chivas over Toluca. 87th minute. Schulte, for sure. Who's in the final of the Champions Cup? Kinda. I wouldn't say completely, but I could see the comparison. Cross in. Shot. It's punched away. Man, CONCACAF's funny. Man, I love CONCACAF. It's weird. I love it. But what was the other part? And yeah, Canada got some really good friendlies as well. Netherlands and France. So we'll cover those as well. But Monterrey actually wins international trophies. Yeah, that's the difference. But they're like the new hotness, you know? Like they spend a lot of money. I wouldn't say they're Equipo Chico, but Monterrey being one of the highest spending teams and having a horseshoe up their ass is new. Well, that's not a Latin language. French is more of a Germanic language. Now, English, what we know as English now, definitely was born from French because of William the Conqueror. Goal for the crew, plays forward. So, if you know English, it's not hard. It's a little bit harder to learn French than Italian from Spanish. But Jason Russell-Rowe to chip the keeper, rounds it past, and it's over. Monterrey loses or will be eliminated. No worries now. 3-1 Columbus. Jason Russell-Rowe puts in the dagger. The for sure dagger from Jason. Rounding the keeper and curling it past. One to 3 on the night. Two to 5 on aggregate. Columbus, welcome to the final. 1-3 esta noche, 2-5 global. Columbus avanzar de la final. JRR for Copa America. I agree. Domination. Not as closely connected as Spanish and Italian, though. And Portuguese. Columbus put it to bed. It sure did. 3-1 Columbus. Oilers are winning 4-2. What a performance from the Crew. They went down to Mexico and won outright. Yeah, they didn't have to worry anyway. Extremely embarrassing for Monterrey. I told you about them Pecho Frios. Tano Ortiz is done for. They still got the Liguilla, though. Hey, when they lose in the Liguilla, though, yeah, he's done for. But they're not going to fire him now, right? They're not going to fire him now unless Turco Mohammed's already on the phone. He doesn't have a job, you know. Last time an MLS team won in Mexico over 90 minutes was Toronto FC over Chivas. Still only made sure we went to penalties, though, but we won over 90 minutes, though. Sporting Kansas City won in Mexico against Toluca. Columbus won on penalties, but that was still a draw in the second leg of the last round. Columbus win here. Last comment. Chelsea has a friendly against Club America, Mercedes-Benz Arena, July 30th. If I cover it, I cover it. If I can cover it, I'll cover it. Wait. But that makes no sense. They're playing Leagues Cup. Oh, wait, no. Oh, they got a bye to the knockout stage. Right, they can play that. Yeah. Smart. Christian Ramirez coming on. Let's do a team in a Charlie Brown shirt. Good grief. 4 minutes of stoppage time, and Columbus will be in the final. What a win. What a win, boys. Oh, by the way, I got both my semifinal predictions right. Playing forward, header. He should. He had a losing streak in Liga MX. Thought that was okay due to rotation for the competition, but they still have the Liguilla. What? Unless Monterrey has Turco Mohammed on the phone right now and ready to go, they should not fire Tano until the Liguilla is over. Then if they fail there, fire him. But he should not go now. That'd be stupid. Like, you still have something to play for. Even if it's not as worth it, it's still something to play for. Yeah, pretty much. So you can't do it now. 92nd minute. I'm going to at least put down the Columbus as a winner. We'll get the aggregate later, but we'll put them down as a winner because they did. Correct. So the full stays. If I have them winning. Semifinals predictions, correct. 2 out of 2. This I'll put into the pack. I won't predict the final till later. All right, 93:06, 1 minute to go. That's what I just realized that. Andrada was terrible today. I agree with that. I agree. But maybe losing this fires them up. Who's to say? Who's to say? 94th minute. Do they blow the whistle now? Saved. Pachuca's winning this. We'll see what I think. Columbus is terrorizing Nuevo Leon. This is true. This is true. Can they terrorize Hidalgo is the question. Seconds to go. 15 seconds. Goal kick for Schulte. 10 seconds. Vamos Columbus. Oh, That's got to be a pen. Now that's got to be a penalty. 94th minute. Could they play a couple more minutes, or will they just blow it now? Oh, they could be looking at VAR. I mean, I think that's a pen. Ramirez got pulled. I mean, Andrada fouled him. I mean, that's in the box. That's Stonewall. He pulled him down. That's a pen. That's a Stonewall. Stonewall pen. That's a Stonewall pen. That's going to VAR, and I'm sure it's going to be a penalty. This is overkill. Well, if you're going to win as an MLS team in Mexico, it better be. Can't rest on your laurels. That is true. He RKO'd him. He RKO'd him. Esteban Andrada RKO'd Christian Ramirez. RKO out of nowhere. Or no, zigzag. Yeah, we'll go with it. He zigzagged him. I'm here to show the world. No, they have VAR. He zigzagged him. Penal, por favor. Si es penal. Penal, penalty para Columbus. And it's going to be Christian Ramirez to take. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Thorns win 3-2. He's going to make Andrada pay for zigzagging him. Does he have enough? Oh, let's see if he does. Last second penalty just to rub the salt in the wound. Possibly. You know what? Maybe a 4-1 could get him fired. Maybe it could. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Now we're talking, yeah. An absolute bottle job in the semifinal. Ramirez penalty. Putting it back on the spot. Ramirez shot. Saved. Well, it didn't matter anyway. It didn't matter anyway. Corner. It didn't matter anyway. Ramirez saved. It didn't matter anyway. Lots of firing talk in Spanish commentary. Well, I'm not surprised. And it's full time. Full time. Columbus have won. Columbus have won. 1-3 on the night. 2-5 on aggregate. 1-3 esta noche. 2-5 global. Columbus Crew avanzar a la final, gran final de la Concachampions de la CONCACAF contra Pachuca. Columbus Crew have advanced to the final to play Pachuca after a 1-3 win on the night. A 2-5 win on aggregate. What a game. Exactly. With that being said, Columbus is through. Well deserved for the Columbus Crew. They are through. Red card after the whistle. For who? Columbus Crew going to the final to face Pachuca on June the 2nd. Right now, it's still June the 2nd. Could be pushed earlier. Could be pushed back. Red card for Monterrey. They're losing their heads. Yep. But with that being said, what a win for Columbus, for Monterrey. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Mesa. For next year, it may matter, but it doesn't matter for the final. With that being said, Columbus is through. Congratulations, Columbus. Commiserations, Monterrey. We have our final. CF Pachuca hosting Columbus Crew. Late May, early June. Has to happen before the Copa, so I'm sure it'll be May if it ain't June. But we're going to see. With that being said, Columbus, what a win. Pachuca, they came back to make a statement. Let's see how it goes. With that being said, I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. Pachuca, Columbus, the final Champions Cup match we cover this year within a month. Have some fun with it. With that being said, I'm Ron and I'm out. Well, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See ya.